Hello everybody, we are back. Last episode, we got Jeb back down, and now what this has to do is get in orbit around the sun, or the equivalent thereof. These are now stuck in orbit, that has no power, and that one has no fuel. So we need to try again. Fly! And what we're going to do this time, for the sake of having extra fuel, yep, this thing has a lot of fuel now. What we need to do is we need to use the moon as a boost. So we get this thing out there. Whoops, no. Now we're going to begin using the moon for a boost. And there we go. Less energy. Get that thing down. See how close to the moon we can actually get in the process of this. 53! We still get an escape. Up, we're back up to 100. I changed the timing of this slightly. Oh, we don't have one now. There we go. 40? $41. Do this. 24. So we can get a very low pass of the mun on our way out. I need this thing to keep spinning around so I can get it to the blue point. This will now only require 853 meters a second instead of like the several thousand it was requiring before. It also has more science this time. Oh, that won't make it. Really. Crap. Well, it'll work. Better figure out a way to make it work. And then when that lines up, boop, not quite. There we go. Now we just need to wait the required 14 minutes. Hooray for time acceleration. Speedy, speedy, speedy. Slow down. 41 seconds to go. I'll start burning at, I'll say 15. This should give us a rather large boost out. Activate the engine. That's a bit of an annoying problem when I forgot to activate the engine there. Keep this thing on track. There we go. We are on track. We'll pass. Oh boy. I think we'll pass yeah, we should be good. Should be good. I didn't use all that much fuel yet. So off we go. Time warp. If anything, we can just fix that slightly. What's the situation? We are slightly too close. Why are you still spinning? Stop. Add maneuver, we just kind of need to burn. Like that. Which won't take much energy at all. Two minutes till the burn time. Just a teeny tiny bit of energy for this. And right there. It doesn't matter when we begin that. There we go. Done. We now will pass over the Mun at 14,000 meters. We'll be heading out very rapidly. Okay. This thing is not very maneuverable with all this fuel on it. That is a small problem. And that's... it should tell me what the maximum thrust is, but it doesn't. So he doesn't remember what it is or something for some reason. Oh well. What kind of science can we get done? Might as well transmit it. And just start spamming science. Because we got solar panels, and we can do that. Transmit that back. How much is this adding? 12 each time. Well, high over the Mun. We're not even... Oh yeah, we are in the influence of the sphere of the Mun. That should add science. It will speed things up. Fast we're going. We're not actually going all that fast. As close as we're going to get to it. Yes, we are very close to it. Observe. Broadcast back. Observe. Broadcast back. And done. And we continue on our way out. Sitting there in the shade. Which would be a small problem. There we go. So where does it... what kind of orbit does this leave me with once we get out of it? A very high one. Wow, that put us out there! Go Mun! You threw us out there alright. I'll keep speeding this up some more. What do we have? Ding! Okay. So where should we go? We have a good number of opportunities to go places. We can go there, which will probably take more energy. Let's set that as the target. Add maneuver. That's where it's going to be. Position at closest approach. No. Doesn't help. The annoying thing is, we need it to be... this doesn't work. Does not work there. So, maybe Duna. Set as the target. Add maneuver. Downside, trying to brute force this stuff. This way's getting us closer, and then poof, it disappears. Why does it disappear? If I do that, will it improve? No, it gets worse. If I do this, it does not get any better. Do it that way. Doesn't really get any better either. So no, maybe Joule. And then we're looking at massive amounts of energy required for that. Which really isn't practical. Okay, so we're gonna stay trying to get to Eve. So how are we gonna get to Eve? Set as target. How far off are we? We're like an orbit off. And we'll be back when I figure out what point we need to burn. Okay, so we got ourselves the burn point. This is going to take 1.5 kilometers worth of delta V. I think I have that much. I think. Took a little bit of finesse. I think that's about as low as I'm going to be able to get with this for delta V requirements. Whoops. Oh no. Okay, we're back. What I managed to do was accidentally Alt-Tab Kerbal Space Program, which, when recording with Fraps, is a guaranteed crash. All the time. So we've got it close again. At least this time I kind of knew where to start. Which made it a little bit, good deal easier. And let's do the time warp. This will require a mid-course correction at some point. So, while we're here, let's take advantage of the fact that we're in space orbiting the Holy Mother of God. Yep, transmitting that. Transmit all the science! 55 science via transmit. Transmit all of that science. Don't care if there's not enough electrical charge. Transmit it all. Because this thing ain't coming back. Transmit das Science. Uploading. We got that going for a while. I know the next version they made it so they're making it so you can't spam like this anymore. Boof. Oh, we got a little while before that node. I noticed that when you're in time acceleration, that doesn't increase the time. That doesn't help the. Doesn't shorten the time required for the uploading. The uploading seems to take the actual amount of real time, regardless of whether in time acceleration or anything else. It's kind of an interesting thing. But this will get us a lot of extra science. Just by this. The thing that time acceleration does help is you get power. Hooray for power! And we got a few days to go before that maneuver node. Okay, yeah, we're not really adding too much more science now, so I'm not going to bother to keep spamming. What we'll do is maximum time warp, and see you when we get there. Okay, we are at the burn point. We're commencing our burn now. Hoping to God I've got enough fuel for this. Oh boy, we just barely might actually have the fuel for this. Come on! Come on! Have the fuel, have the fuel, have the fuel, have the fuel, have the fuel. Why are you burning funny? Why are you so far kind of like messed up there? Burn's done. Whew! Just barely had the fuel. But do we have a parapsis? Okay, great. No, not quite. Not quite. We are close, but not quite there. Fairly easy little thing to fix there. Do not know why it just seems to be off-center a bit. I'm not sure why it is. But oh well. I'll just observe that. Transmit. And then we line this thing up again. Hit that. Make sure that we have everything done 100% correctly. So we pretty much need this maneuver spot on, or relatively spot on, to actually hit Eve correctly. Whoops. A little bit too far, but we're good enough. I take that maneuver node out. We are at Eve. Great. Now I need to do, when we get closer, so we'll add a new retro burn. That'll hopefully be sending us like right into Eve. Kinda hard to say. It's kind of annoying. The speed that we're going is a little bit fast. "60 days. I'm going to quick save, and we'll see where we are. See you there." Okay, now we got some... We're getting closer. What we need to do is do some course adjustments, because we come out way below Eve. And so we're just doing some small course adjustments. And that thing keeps moving away. Trying to keep with it. Granted, I'm doing this burn a tad bit early, by 86 days. Don't know why. The timing seems to be seriously screwed up with this stuff, so I don't know if this is one orbit, or two, or what this computer is trying to tell me, but it's kind of not really making sense. So we're just doing this manually and watching this thing here. Because for some reason it's like that's behind me, but it's not behind me. Unless I've put the node on entirely the wrong orbit, which would be entirely possible because it's giving me two different freaking orbits. Nope, it's on the correct one. It's on this one, which is the one that we're on, so... I'm not sure what this computer's trying to do. To be honest, it doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense what it's trying to do. What we are aiming to do is just to hit Eve. We want to hit Eve. Go straight into it. We're not going to try to orbit or anything like that. We're just going to do these little tiny course adjustments with the intention of hitting Eve. Square on, roughly. Because we want to land this probe onto it. And we're getting it there. We're getting closer. We've cut this down from 80,000 meters, or 80 million meters, to 29. We're getting it even closer and closer each time we do this. It's now down to 24. Friggin' talk about a pain in the arse way to do it. Okay. $23. We're getting there pretty darn nicely. As long as we don't start moving further away. Okay. We stop when this thing goes from closer to further. Good Lord. This takes time. This thing doesn't maneuver very fast either, so it's just quietly nudging it around. I'm gonna have to get a lot better at doing this, or haul a lot more fuel up. One or the other. Maybe more fuel. So now we're at 20 million. 19. Still getting a little bit closer. Still getting a little bit closer. Whoops, now we're kind of working against ourselves here. Let's see if we can confirm that by going back to the blue spot. Oh, interplanetary travel. Who thought it'd be this hard? We're a little bit closer now. So I'll do all these maneuvers, because this can be annoying. And all you do is you're watching me do this and watch this. There's not really all that much interesting with that. So, we'll do that. And then I'll see you when we get closer. See it. Okay, this new thing has me pretty much exactly where I want to be. Gets me down to 39. I know the atmosphere here is thick, so that should actually be enough to get us captured by the atmosphere of this location. And the node is only in 1 day. Which is nice, and will not take all that much fuel at all. Okay! See you with the next burn. So we finally get to another planet. SAS is now on. Oh boy, there's like no fuel left in this thing. But we should have enough fuel to do this. Even if we have to ditch this thing on the way. Sorry, we might have to ditch you. How are these? Okay, good. That's still got its own fuel. Fantastic. So we just start spamming this. We'll be back later. Okay, now. And now for the final insertion burn. If I have enough fuel in here, I'm going to be amazed, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Bloody hell. Nope, did not. Last bit of science beamed from that. Do that. Send the transmission. Data has been sent. What we now do is we decouple from there. Switch to the probe itself, because apparently it didn't want to do that. We activate that engine. Whoa. Oh no, it got rid of my... Oh, you're kidding me. Oh. Now I need to do this again just for the probe. We'll be back.